Hello, crafters, and welcome to Sock Week. Yes, it's July 20th. It is Sunday morning. Yeah, it's the morning of Sock Week. So say hello in the comment section. Let me know where you're watching from and if you are participating in Sock Week, okay? So, I did a video last Monday on Sock Week, but in case you missed it, or in case you're a brand new viewer here, hi, my name's May. I love yarn. I love to knit and crochet. Those are my hobbies. And I also happen to have been born legally blind, completely colorblind. I do knit and crochet by feel. Okay. Well, the rules of Sock Week are we start today, July 20th at 12:01 a.m. Who started at 12:01 a.m.? Did anybody? Not me. Okay, and you must be finished in 8 days by 11:59 on Sunday, July 27th, okay? And you can knit it or you can crochet it. You can choose your yarn, but, before you like, ooh, I can do a sock in a week, you can't use worsted weight. You can't use DK weight. No, your sock must be done in fingering weight yarn. Yeah, and it must be an adult sock. Other than that, though, you choose the yarn. Just make it fingering. There's lots of good fingering yarns out there. And you know, if you saw my Sock Week video, I was struggling to choose the Premier Fruit, the Comfy Fingering, or the Hawthorne fingering, right? Well, I did a video for Saturday where we wound that hank up into a ball. And you know, I just loved it. I was like, ooh, that's it. That's it. That's the one I want to do, right? So pretty. So pretty. Here's the ball we made, right? So go ahead and ask me, hey, how's your Sock Week going? Yeah. Went to sleep, well, lay down after 11 thinking, wonder if I'll be awake at 12:01. I was not, thankfully. I went to sleep. Yay me, someone who suffers from insomnia, right? Well, woke up just before 3 a.m. Thought, no, don't get up, don't cast on your sock. Still in bed. Now, I'll get up and use the bathroom. If you're still awake, why not, right? Okay, got up, yeah, back in bed. Then I couldn't find my size 1 needles that I like to work socks on, my 2.25 millimeters. I found some size 1.5, 2.5 millimeters. At 3 in the morning, I was like, yeah, that's good, that'll be fine. Cast on, did the whole toe, to my usual 32 stitches, right? That's what I do, because if you know yet, I usually do my socks in Stroll from Knit Picks Weave Crochet. That is my favorite sock yarn. Well, I put in that stipulation for myself. You can't use Stroll, man. You've got all these gorgeous fingering weight yarns in your house. You've got to choose a different one. Well, let me tell you, that decision wasn't a good decision, okay? It wasn't. So I chose the Hawthorne fingering. You can see it here. I cast it on. Well, I did that, got to the 32 stitches on the 2.5 needles. It was huge. It was way too big for me. I'm like, what? You know, how could a quarter of a millimeter make that big of a difference in your needle size? But it does. But clearly, what I was also realizing pretty quickly is that Hawthorne fingering is a little bit of a thicker yarn than Stroll. Okay, it just is. Stroll is a finer yarn. I can do the 32 stitches on each needle, 64 total on the 2.25, and it works for me. Okay, it's a little bit loose, but I wear them. It works great. Well, went back to bed shortly before 5 and thought I'll just go to sleep and think on it. Woke up about 7. Looked at it again and thought, no, you gotta start again. And you gotta get some 2.25 needles. So, went hunting around, digging in the desk drawers, got out this whole old thing of old needles and thought, yeah, I'll just use my bamboo needles, right? Yeah, I didn't even finish the toe yet. Here's why I don't have a lot of sock needles in my house. This is why I can't find too many. Here's what happened. I've already broken. Okay, after one cast on failure, having to frog it, having to start over, take 2, and I already cracked a bamboo needle in the 2.25. This is why I really don't do socks. I love bamboo needles. I really do. But for socks, 2.25 is like toothpicks. They snap. Can't even tell you how many bamboo needles I've broken or how many sock needles I've broken. So, uh, still, I know that I have some Addy sock rockets in 2.25, but I can't find them. And that was the 2.5s that I was using were my Addy sock rockets. So I was like, okay, get out your lace reflections set from Knit Picks and We Crochet, okay? But here's my hesitancy to do it. I'm doing it because I don't really have another choice. Is the cables on these, right? The little cables and coils. They're so fine. I've already broken the end of one of my cables. Look at that. That's snap. Your project will fall off of there and snag. So you have to be super mindful of those ends because the wires are very fine. So let me just tell you, sock week is not starting out good for me. But I thought on the 2.25s, I could just do my regular 64 stitches. Well, that's what we're doing. The toe is done, but it's huge on me still. It is still huge on me. Yeah, this is definitely a thicker yarn, okay? So toe is done. We got a couple of rounds of our little ribbed here going on, and it's huge on me. So I'm putting sock week down. We're putting it in timeout. We're having a little separation. We might need to be in separate rooms for a while. Let me know. What would you do, okay? I could frog this and go back to 28 stitches. For the pattern that I want to use, I do need a multiple of 4. So I could go down to 28 stitches. But that will mean recalculating my heel and heel turn. Yeah, have not done the math for that yet. Could I maybe figure it out? Probably. I have done worsted weight socks with this heel method before. I have recalculated heels before. Do I want to do that on sock week? I mean, sock week's already not going well for me. Really. So do I want to try to do new math gymnastics and recalculate the heel? I don't know. But I could frog it, restart it at 28. Or I could go into the yarn room, right? Leave this here because we need separate rooms for a while. We're not getting along right now, right? Hawthorne fingering and I. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It is. It's going to have many good purposes because it's so beautiful and these dark blues. But we're not getting along very well. For sock week right now, and I just got my needles completely wrapped up and stuck in my yarn. That's great, May. Okay, that's clever. Anyways, we're not getting along very well at the beginning of sock week. So I could leave it here. I could go to the other room, into the yarn room. I could touch all my stroll, because I got a lot of gorgeous stroll, right? I could touch all my stroll. I could beg it for its forgiveness, tell it I'm very sorry that I thought that there were other sock yarns in the world. Because clearly, Stroll and I get along much better. That's usually what I do. And 32 stitches works great. I know the math. We do well together. Yeah. So let me know. What would you do if you were me? I mean, I'll be honest with you. I do like this yarn. But it's not as soft as Stroll, right? It's 80% superwash Highland wool, 20% polyamide. If you're not familiar with Knit Picks and We Crochet, it is their yarn. They also make Stroll. Stroll is 75% superwash merino. Yeah, merino is silky and luscious and soft, and 25% nylon. And I do love the feel of it on my feet. So that's kind of where I'm leaning right now, right? Sock week's not going well for me. So let me know, what would you do if you were me? Should I just give up on sock week altogether? I could just be like, sock week's not for me this year. It might not be for me this year. Yikes. Yeah. Okay, well, anyways, let me know if you're doing sock week. Are you knitting or are you crocheting? Of course, toe up, cuff down. What pattern are you doing? I I could just do the whole dang thing in stockinette and try to zip through it on Wednesday after I've messed up the heel and recalculated it, right? Because that's a real possibility. But let me know if you're doing it. Let me know what you think I should do. Because, of course, my sock week is not without drama, right? Yeah. Sock drama, llama drama we call it, but it is wool. But we could still call it llama drama in the crafting world, right? Yeah, like maybe I let my wool get too close to the llamas. Yeah. Okay. Well, anyways, usually I like to record my videos the night before, but I wasn't going to cheat on the first day of sock week, so I am recording this on Sunday. No way was I going to cast on Saturday and cheat on sock week just so I could have this uploaded on Sunday. So we are going to keep this short so I can get it done and hopefully have it uploaded tonight on Sunday for the first night of sock week. Okay, everyone. Well, thanks for listening to my sad beginnings of sock week, right? To be continued. Yeah, I'm going to go touch my stroll in the other room. Will I leave the hawthorn fingering here? Okay. Well, as always, you know what I like to end with. Creativity is for everybody, except maybe me today. Anyways, thanks for listening. And until next time, happy stitching. Bye-bye for now.